Hello and welcome to the first A session of the day. It's the women's 59 kilo category. This is the 2024 IWF World Weightlifting Championships. And as always, an A session 59 bring us such an incredible group of athletes. We've got Yenny Alvarez, 2022 world champion. Quang Thi Tam next up from Vietnam. Only 9 athletes in this category. Then we have another world champion from 2022. This time it's Pei Xinyi. She was a 64 kilo weightlifter when she won it, just 17 years of age. Sortwadi Yodsan next up from Thailand. And then of course we have the world record holder from North Korea. It's Kim Il-gyong. From Indonesia now, Natasja Beteob. From Finland, Sara Ratalainen. And then the independent neutral athlete, Alina Trapanava. And finally, from Italy, is Lucrezia Magistris. And that's it, that's a 9. There was a 10th athlete, Anielin Venegas from Venezuela, who was supposed to be competing in this category.
92 as an opening lift in this session from Sara.
Now that 90 that we saw about, what, 5 minutes ago from Quang Thi Tam? I mean, that was pretty early to be warming up. I mean, she probably will be out next. Maybe she wanted to hit 93 before she came out as well.
Say maybe she's going to bump up, though.
Yeah, it's possible. You know, a lot of these athletes have put in quite light openers for them. Alvarez and Pei have put in 95. I'd be surprised if they opened that low. Okay, opening attempt for Ratalainen.
A little forward, but she's got it.
She's got that very wide grip. She has she really has a lot of extension in her back when she sets up in that start position. Huge arch. But I mean, this is a good example of just how tight this session is. The fact that she's opening at 92, and then the only 2 world champions in this category are opening, I mean, it looks like 3 kilos ahead.
Yeah,
they'll probably both bump, but
yeah, I mean, everybody here is in the mid-90s essentially right away.
Yeah.
You're getting to 93 and then right up to it.
Quang Thi Tam,
Vietnam. She's stuck with 93.
Yeah, she'll come out for this. She has a personal best of 98. Ex-junior Asian champ.
Wow. It was so close. You could see that as she sat under the bar, her hips just rolled forward on her, and hips moving forward, bar moving back is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I mean, she's still very young. I think she's 22, 21 maybe.
Well, so here's what's going to happen, right? We see everybody at almost the same weight, so you can get very few 2-minute clocks.
Yeah, everyone's clocks. It gets dangerous.
Yeah.
You can't risk missing a lift here. You'll have your clock stolen. You'll only have 60 seconds, and you got to make the tough decision. Do you go up or do you take the short rest? Okay, Beteob now from Indonesia. I think she's the 3rd Indonesian athlete of the day.
Left it forward, yeah.
Yeah, forward pretty much right away.
Yeah. All right. Here we go, 93. She's going to repeat that. Was so close on the first. Ended up swinging it behind. The hips rolled under her and the bar rolled back. She just wasn't able to hold it. Here we go. She's got to catch it. Just keep her hips back a little bit, balance better. Watch when she receives it. Oh, there it is.
That's
still a touch behind, though. You can see that on her heels, that little deceleration standing up because she had to balance. But
I mean, she catches it with such a vertical torso.
Exactly.
It's not easy to save any forwards or backwards movement. All right, let's look to our correspondent in the back room, see what's going on. We can see that Pei Xinyi has only just got up to 45 kilos, so the 95 that she has written in, which is only a kilo over what's on the bar, clearly not going to be her opener. Yenny Alvarez, similarly, she's only at 55 kilos. And of course, Gyong hasn't even put any weight on the bar. So those top three athletes, Alvarez, Pei Xinyi, and Gyong, still a long way out, really. Here comes Yodsan from Thailand, 94.
You know, we haven't seen the lighter Thai women this competition. 94. Oh, beautiful adjustment there. She received that weight and then sat down an extra 5-6 inches.
Yeah.
So solid.
Do you remember the Thai? She could have been a 49, and I want to say her name was Poisan Yodsan. Last time we were in Bahrain, and she rolled her ankle on the clean.
Oh, yes.
And then stood back, and then stood it up.
Yes. You know, I was sent a video earlier today by Dan the Tech Man of a lifter at the English Championships that he originally taught, and it was a save that was miraculous.
Really?
The foot turned all the way, so the sole of the foot was completely off the platform. She was sideways, so the side of her foot was supporting her, and look how she stood up from the snatch with one leg.
Oh, I'm going to need to see that. Opening attempt now for Alina, 94 kilos. Wow.
Very solid.
Good lift. Load, same weight, 94 kilos.
So as we said, I mean, just it's so much hustle and bustle at this weight. Oh my word, I'm just watching this lift that Max was talking about. That is something else.
Yeah, phenomenal save.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Is Ricolani not aware, or is she moving up?
Well, she should have.
She is the athlete being called, and we're not seeing a change yet.
No,
Could just be a tech problem here.
The time stopped.
Jury stop. The jury have a telephone at their desk, and I believe that's where they're communicating with the marshals in the back.
Yeah,
so
and we can see the jury on the phone now.
We see them on the phone now. Hopefully it's not a personal call. I'll get eggs.
It is quite funny though. That it's a funny image when you look over at the jury and one of them has because it's not like a mobile phone.
Yeah,
it's like a spiraling cord phone. You know, he has to tell everybody to get off the internet because the phone's not working. It's just very old school. I'm sure that there are plenty of people listening who actually don't even understand that.
They don't know what the phone receiver even looks like.
Betty now, second attempt. Missed 93. She went up, but, you know, only the 1 kilo. She was pretty forward just coming off the floor.
Yeah, really keep an eye on where that bar moves above her knee. If she doesn't bring it back before she opens up.
There it is. Better.
Oh, she overdid it. Yeah.
But it's amazing how, we say this, you know, a lot, but you can see so early on in the pull if they've corrected the mistake.
Yeah.
But sometimes they overcorrect.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, you know, you're looking at that lift, really scrutinizing that little piece, and the athletes maybe overdo it just like that. It's too much of a correction, too much effort into one area, and one front, one behind. You hope they can dial it in.
So we saw that Quang from Vietnam, she came out and hit that 93. She went in the back room, took 92 and missed it. Yenny Alvarez now up at 85 kilos. Pei Xinyi is at 55. North Korea still on the bar. Not planning on coming out for a while.
Yeah.
And another athlete who I'm excited to see, really, is Lucrezia Magistris. And partly because I think she's going to be the measuring stick for us as to whether the aggressive attempt selections of Italy over the last few years was because of the qualifying period.
Right.
Or not, because we all assumed it was. But let's see, how aggressively do they open her for a world championship?
It's just a strategy, just the general, the basic strategy they employ.
I mean, 95 is...
It's heavy.
It's a pretty... I mean, she just made 90 in the back room, looked very strong. But yeah, I mean, 95 is not a light opener for Lucrezia. Final attempt now for Beteob. That's
there
the
it
one.
Is. Yep. Very nice.
Wow, she needed that to stay in the competition. And she made it. 94 kilos on the bar there, made by Indonesia. Moving up now to 95 for the opening attempt of the Italian, Lucrezia Magistris. Does she come out for this, or does she also go up? Yeah, it looks like they're coming out of the tunnel. Pei Xinyi in the back room now, up at 65 kilos, the 2022 world champion.
Like you said, let's see what this looks like here, Magistris. What is Italy's plan for this quad?
Wow, that looked very solid.
Yeah, that was a nice lift.
Well, it was always right around the 100 kilo mark to 102, 103, where Lucrezia was being sort of forced to open and take third and second attempts, and it was causing a lot of misses. Maybe if she starts there at 95 and 98, 101, we might see her build a bit of confidence and momentum into this.
Yeah, absolutely.
This session. Ratalainen, she kicked things off with 92. It's been, 15 minutes? We've only gone up 3 kilos on the bar. She's out for a second attempt now.
Yeah, that's the other downside to a session that's so tight, so close. Small jumps. It's so good off the floor, but as she passed the knee, it just really wasn't accelerating like she needed it.
Same weight, 95 kilos.
And some of that could be just the tactile nature of the sport. When you have very long weights between lifts, you lose a little bit of that feel, that sensation of exactly where your balance should be, how the lift should feel, where you want everything to be. And you go out to do the lift. There she is doing a quick review of it, I think, on her phone. Seeing what she did right or wrong. Making the correction.
Yeah, she's got that wide grip.
Yeah. So close. Just a little early. You could see her shift towards the bar, touch there.
We've said it before. If you've got a wide grip and you have a very vertical torso in the catch, I mean, your margin for error is
you've got to be accurate.
tiny.
You need to be spot on.
It's unless you are Gore Minassian and you can sprint towards the judges with that bar overhead to save it, which he will do every time.
Yeah.
It's not an easy position to catch the weight in. You have to have a lot of strength in the shoulders. Just shoulder mass and tricep mass really helps with that.
You have to wonder what it feels like for some athletes. I mean, those of us that have lifted in the past, you know what it feels like to catch the weight and it feels secure overhead. You have to wonder with someone like Gore, does it ever feel comfortable? You know, he always looks a little bit.
I saw him doing his close grip snatches the other day.
And he's got
so good.
Incredible depth and mobility. You know.
Yeah, it looks like a real snatch.
And then when he goes to snatch weights that are, you know, superhuman, it just looks so different.
It's like, you know, for most of the world, a close grip snatch is a variation. It's like he misheard that and he thought it was wide grip snatch, and just it all went wrong.
All right. Got to Landon now, 95. Made 92 in her opener. Just missed this a minute ago. She's just got to be patient, bring the bar back into her. It's closer, but not quite enough.
No lift. Loaders, please, 96 kilos.
Yotsar now at 96.
3 athletes calling for this weight. Up first with the second attempt, Surabhi Yotsar, Thailand. Sobalova, independent neutral athlete, next.
So Alvarez bumped up to 98, as did Pei Xinyi. Hence, it's Yotsar coming out for the 96. Two-kilo jump, smaller jump for her. She looked sharp on her opening attempt.
Oh, wow. You know, she pulled well off the floor, and then past her knee, she just sort of lunged at the bar there. You could see her throw her shoulders back, but it was not controlled.
Yeah, just lurched.
Let's see what happens.
Well, looks like Shapanava also wants 96, so she's going to come out and hit this. This will be a personal best for her by 1 kilo. She made 95 back in 2023.
Yeah, just cut that again.
Didn't really have a lot of speed on it coming off the hips.
You know, so different too. Just a 2 kilo jump from her opener.
Well, we see that with athletes from that region.
Yeah.
You know, that area of the world. Often everything looks so sharp and so crisp, and you know, almost make jokes and make light of it in the commentary box about you could do that for 5 triples or whatever, and then you add 3 kilos, and suddenly the bar speed just drops.
Yeah, you know, very technical kind of training too, so it doesn't really lend itself to that sort of grittiness. He is not happy with that lift.
Upset.
It's the most disappointed he's been all day.
Going now.
You know, we might need a coach's cam to really capture the emotional ups and downs the coaches go through.
Yeah.
It's probably a bigger swing, I'd say, than the athletes even.
Is that speaking from experience? Or is
yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, very nice. That was a beautiful lift.
There is a bit of swinging going on, but when she catches it, when she meets the bar like that.
Yeah, that was really superb.
So there's 3 athletes still yet to open up. It's the 3 that we referenced early on as being the medalists. You've got Yenny Alvarez and Pei Xinyi, who are definitely going to be having the biggest battle in this category. Both of them world champions. Both have the identical personal records in the snatch and clean and jerk. 105, 133 are both of their bests. And then there's Kim Il-gyong, who owns a world record at 111. Yeah. Is there a world in which we see a 112 attempt here today, Max?
I think it's definitely possible.
103, 108, 112.
Exactly. Yeah.
Big jumps.
Depending on what happens in those, silver and bronze, if they fight it out and end up kind of finishing where there's an opportunity for someone to take a world record, then I would not be surprised.
I think particularly, if Pei and Alvarez are done and Kim has more than one attempt remaining.
Yeah, she'll try.
And we'll do it.
She'll go for it. Although we've seen North Korea basically put the world record on when it's not necessary.
Yeah, I mean,
on a winning lift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeod-san now. She swung it before, just kind of threw it overhead. Way better attempt there.
Look at that.
Yep.
And Max, I wonder if she is the sister of Pei Xinyi.
Oh,
same surname.
Yes.
They look similar. They move sort of technically quite similarly as well. That could just be the Thai school of training. What a lift. Yeah. 97.
Solid.
I think we'll see Alina Shapanova come out with that same weight now too.
Oh, yeah.
She gave it a bit more.
Just looked too heavy.
But yeah.
And she had almost no business with that weight.
So, you mentioned it'd be nice to see Lucrezia taking 3 kilo jumps in. It looks like she's going to. She made 95 on her opener. She's put 98 in, which should draw out Yenny Alvarez and or Pei Xinyi, who've both put 98 kilos in, but it's their first attempt, so they'll take it before Lucrezia does.
So Alvarez is up now.
I have to say, I always get a little bit nervous before Yenny competes because I so want her to do well, and sometimes she's in amazing form.
Yes.
You know, like at the Olympics or 2022, and then other times she just doesn't quite deliver. But there's an enormous supportive team behind her right now, or behind us, I should say, from Colombia, who are cheering her on.
Yeah, 98's a big lift for her still. She's done 105, but...
There we go.
Very nice. Very solid lift for Yenny.
She got one red, so we're going to do our routine peek over at the jury. They're not budging, so we should be all good there. But let's take a look, see what they could even have been looking at. As we've said before, Max and I are sat off to the side, so we get a great view of technique, but we don't necessarily get to see how the elbows look in the catch. I think they look pretty good. Not sure what that was about.
Magistris now at 98 as well. I mean, if Yenny continues with that, she could get close to her personal best at 105. She's 7 kilos off her best as an opener. I mean, she could make that up. Very good.
Oh, I think
Reds.
she's got called there.
She's got to be so frustrated.
You know, if I was her, I might have just held that for a moment longer so that a challenge card could have been placed.
Could have been played.
Oh, they have played it. See, that's what I don't
mean, but
get.
she dropped it. I mean, that's...
She dropped it too early. That's why
you're not going to get...
as an athlete, don't make the decision for your coach. don't drop the bar that early, because even if they look at it and they say, yeah, you know what, that wasn't a press out.
Yeah.
Surely they will say you dropped it before. So here we go.
I mean,
Now, the last time we saw an Italian judge a press out in competition was the Olympics in the 89s, and they got away with it. So we'll see. Maybe the early drop won't cause a problem.
So she actually didn't, I mean, technically drop it early. She had the down signal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very deep in the squat. So, you know, but
I think it was as she sort of stood that. There we go.
It's weird. It's a weird call here. Let's see what happens.
I mean, her right elbow shudders, I would say, if that.
I mean, I guess playing the challenge card does make some sense, because really, what else are you going to use it for? If you don't use it now, you know, the assumption is that you're going to make the rest of the lifts. It's such a subtle press out. That elbow just barely unlocks. I mean, it's right there. Watch that right arm. You're not seeing it on the screen here, unfortunately, on the broadcast, but her right elbow, she catches it at arm's lock, and then the elbow does one of those quick unlock and lock again.
Well, do you want to know something interesting, Max? We had a meeting earlier with the directors of the production, and we said, okay, one of the things we want you to make sure you do is when someone is called for a press out, put the camera on the screen and show what's happening.
Yeah.
And they said, we've been specifically told from the IWF not to show the audience the replay that we're looking at.
Well, that's exactly what the audience wants.
So
we kept in the dark on the calls.
It won't let us.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Won't let the production crew do it. They said they might be able to show the angle from the front, which they haven't done that time. So I think we're just going to reach back out to them and say, hey, when there's a press out like that, let's get some replays in so everybody can see what we're seeing in the building.
Yeah.
So Pei Xinyi bumped up to 100 kilos. She took 95 in the back room, looked good. North Korea Kim Il-gyong, the world record holder, has just made 90. It looks unbelievably light. So she's in shape, it would seem. Okay, here comes Lucrezia Magistris again.
Right out for it again.
She bumped a kilo, but that's not going to make much of a difference.
She's just got to be a little bit more aggressive. I mean, she was there. It just needs a tiny bit more. Keep that arm from unlocking.
3 kilos shy of her best. She's not taken much of her rest. Can she hold it? Go on.
Oh, she's got to stay. She's got to fight
so hard. I don't know if she's going to be able to do it. She has done. What a lift.
That is a fight.
Yeah. Unbelievable. She's maybe in a little bit of pain, but
that's an emotional. Look at that. What an emotional day.
A little bit of tomfoolery there.
Yeah.
It's good to see.
So
she's
solid.
Happy.
You know, that kind of fight, to overcome that, to be walking into that, being so frustrated.
Yeah.
To put that all aside and then make a kilo more is,
absolutely.
You know, that's sportsmanship there.
That's it. Okay, Pei Xinyi, China. She's still a teenager, Pei Xinyi.
Yes.
When we first saw her in 2022, she became world champion. She was a 64, but she weighed 59.3. She was 300 grams over this weight category, and she won. She snatched 105 there, a weight she's yet to surpass since making the full cut. Personal best in the clean jerk is 133. We have watched her in training a little bit over the last week. She's not gone particularly heavy in either lift, as is customary for her.
Wow, that was very strong. That was a solid 100-kilo opener.
Yeah, that's a good opener.
That's kind of the Pei Xinyi we wanted to see.
Yeah.
The question is, where do we go from here? She's happy.
I still see her as... It's almost like the coaches know that she can become the best ever.
I think so,
That's how it feels. And so, I mean, the coach there that you see, he just focuses on technique, technique on the, she'll be on the barbell, 35 kilos, 25 kilos for an hour and a half in training sometimes. Just practicing the turnover. It'll be her and Zhang Huhua or another Chinese weightlifter. and it's just technique, technique. It's head position. It's when you catch it, he's looking at their elbows. How's your lockout? Where's your balance?
Yes.
And they recognize she's got this tremendous physical capacity, but let's make you the best mover in the world.
Yeah,
and then we're going to load you up with weight.
Such a detail-oriented coach as well. I mean, he is such a methodical coach.
Yenny Alvarez now, 100 kilos. Just a 2 kilo jump for her. She's playing it a bit safer today.
Yeah, gonna gun for a medal here.
There we go. Can she hold it? She's gonna have
to. That's odd. I wonder if that was an elbow right off the bat. She left it out front, so it wasn't perfect, but
I'm interested to see, because I think, did she get a couple of red lights before she really even started running it out?
You know, my guess is that landed. Let's see here. I'm guessing that she caught that bar. Elbows unlocked. Let's see.
Oh, her right elbow went.
Yeah.
Well, it's the first time I think we've seen the platform challenged by a weight that's been dropped on it.
Yes.
Not the platform, so the stage. And it held up very well.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, the
Bahrainian engineering is superior to Albanian stage building.
What was the, well, it was 2022 Albania. That's where we had the problems. That's where athletes were putting holes straight through the stage.
Remarkably getting lifts, though.
Athletes are falling, being given white lights. One athlete jumped down the hole, came out a few days later in the men's 81s. Daniel Gadelli, for those who remember.
They repaired it by just stuffing more foam underneath the platform.
Yeah, and then I think they laid one piece of quite slippery wood across, spray painted it the same color as the
they just painted some tin foil and covered the hole.
Yeah.
Here's Alvarez again. She's just going to come right back out for that.
Okay, she made 105 kilos in Paris at the Olympic Games. She was on absolutely the form of her life back then, just a few months ago. Let's see. What can she do here? Third attempt, she was so close in that second.
Better pull.
Can she get up with it?
She's got
I
reds.
heard red lights. She's going to smile and sell it.
Oh, that is so unfortunate.
Well, now you play the challenge card.
Are they going to play? That's the question.
They're playing it.
Stop.
They're playing a cut. I mean, again, from our side, it looked like a really good lift.
It did, yes.
So the challenge card has been played. And, all right, we're watching it. I've just heard the Colombians behind me all groan, so they must have seen it.
Yeah, that's worse than the first time.
That's the sound they made. Her left elbow. Yeah, you can all see it there on the screen. That left elbow just went. She did her best to sell it.
Yeah.
Smiled, celebrated, but I think she knew. She'll be disappointed there. She's still in prime position and the most likely athlete to take the bronze medal in the total, but she's now in a situation where she might have left Pei Xinyi to gain a 6, 7, 8 kilo lead over her in the snatch, and that will be too much to overcome in the clean and jerks.
Well, I mean, she couldn't possibly be in better shape than she was at the Olympics either. So,
okay, here comes your world record holder. She's never won a world championships, but here is Kim Il-kyung. She holds that world record at 111. This is a 103 kilo opening attempt.
Wow, very strong opener.
Good lift.
Just emotionless.
Can she get to 112 from here?
I think if she jumps 5 kilos
possible,
and then 4.
We'll know on the second what she takes.
Yeah, how does 108 look?
Could take a big jump on the third.
Yeah. So Pei Xinyi doing the smart thing, just going a kilo over Kim. This is a big lift for Pei. I mean, 19-year-old, 59-kilo athlete snatching over 100 kilos. Just
This is huge.
yeah, it's unbelievable.
You know, it's a combination of, you know, her positioning, the way she moves, but also her strength and composure. I mean, she does, like we say, seem to have kind of the total package.
Yeah.
It just hasn't quite developed all the way yet. Let's see.
That's good. That's better than the first one.
That's what we're talking about. I mean,
Yeah.
that kind of lift where there's zero deviation, it just so solid.
That's the best Pei we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
You know, she underperformed a bit at her last couple of competitions. So to do that, you know, she's hidden away from the international scene for about 8 months. It's the first time we've seen her since Thailand. So amazing to be 19 and have so much experience.
Yeah.
To come out onto the platform and look as cool and calm as she does, as collected, and then do that. You know, it takes athletes years of international performances to gain that kind of composure.
Yeah, I mean, how many 19-year-old girls do you know that can snatch 100 kilograms? It's pretty ridiculous.
Personally, none. I know of a few. She's one of them. Okay, Kim Il-gyong then, not necessarily looking for the world record. I mean, I feel like North Korea has 2 jobs here. Win World Championships titles, and then, upon completion of that task, set world records.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see her push for it in the clean and jerk once she secures a lead in the snatch.
Wow. That one looked like she cut it a little bit.
Yeah.
Just snuck under. Got one red from the center ref.
I think what is so amazing about the way she lifts is that she doesn't appear to pull the bar as high as Pei Xinyi or
No.
And she doesn't even seem to, you don't look at her and think, wow, you're so fast. And yet somehow,
Well, she's got that really wide grip. See how quick she gets the bar flipped over there at the top?
yep, that's right, yeah.
But then you see someone like Pei, and it's like the bar has so much velocity. I mean, she is just incredibly powerful.
I guess that's right. If you've got a wide grip like that, short arms, the actual distance that the bars to turn over as you put it over your head is much less.
It turns over a little bit quicker, but the downside is that you have so much less margin for error.
Yeah.
Whereas Pei is, I'd say, a little bit more even in the distribution of grip width to speed on the turnover.
Okay, just to put this lift into perspective, this is a 2 kilo personal best. This equals the winning snatch, or the heaviest snatch from the Olympic Games from her teammate who won in Paris. Oh,
beautiful
what a
correction.
Save. That's the one.
There it is. That's the Pei Xinyi we've wanted to see for so long.
That's absolutely incredible. Wow.
She landed and just made the perfect correction. What an athletic move there. Let's see if we get the replay on that. That was solid.
That's something else.
Yeah.
You can see she caught it, and then there was that rock.
Yeah.
The little say.
Watch this.
Here we go.
Little adjustment, and then just stabilizes and comes back up. I mean, that is flawless lifting there.
You know, you can really just nerd out over technique sometimes, can't you?
Yeah. Just so.
To get that excited about an inch of forward knee travel,
you know,
in the bottom of a squat.
Well, a lot of it is just so, it's foreshadowing. You know, we're going to see something incredible from her in the future.
107 Pei Xinyi. Unreal. Okay, 2 kilo jump. She's playing it smart. Kim Il-gyong.
Gyong needs us to be in the lead in the snatch. She's a kilo behind Pei right now. Got one red from the center ref on her last attempt. She's going to clean it up here. There it is.
Oh, that's better than the second attempt.
That's the lift.
That was the lift where she showed some real speed.
Yes, really
It was
cranked it
different,
on.
wasn't it? It was like she just went into top gear there. Unbelievable stuff.
What a great battle there. Pei Xinyi taking a 107 snatch, personal record, only to be bested by a kilo from Kim Il-young.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a tight competition.
Yeah, 2 3-for-3 performances by the top lifters is always great because you know that you're seeing the best of the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're seeing the best lifts that the best athletes can possibly achieve.
And you know, Magistris in third with 99.
Yeah, that's great. That's really exciting to see.
It's actually amazing when you look at this session that the front runners opened heavier than everybody else. I mean, 100 and 103.
Yeah.
And
those two are just...
I mean, all three of their attempts over 100. Everybody else below 100 kilos. If he's still a junior. 20...
Oh. 2023, 21 right now, so I guess not.
All right. Magistris 111.
Not bad.
Right to the jerk.
Great lift.
Solid.
Holds it a little extra second just to make it short.
Loaders, another kilo, please, 112. Italy, Lucrezia, Matisni's second attempt. A change, 113 kilos loaders.
113 going on the bar now. Kwang Tam is the lifter. She's coming out.
Finland next.
Oh, solid clean. Oh,
There
it's a
we
good
go.
jerk.
Yeah.
She gets that back foot back pretty far, though. It does kind of pull her back behind the bar a little bit. Let's see if that makes a difference in heavier weights.
So yeah, we're going to have a pack of maybe 4 athletes who, 4 or 5, who basically take all 3 attempts below 120, and then 4 who are going to be opening up at 120 or more.
Shabaneva struggled in the snatch, was only able to make 1 lift. What's she like here? Yeah, very solid clean. Oh, easy jerk.
Yeah.
You know, she has that typical technique of, well, what the Belarusians look like. But she is just super solid technically, but like you said, a little bit more weight sometimes just falls apart on them.
Yeah, her best is 120 kilos. We'll see if she can get up to that today. She's probably opened up to about heavy enough to reach it. Sarah Rattalainen, opening attempt. Her best is 119. This is 115 for her opener. She's made 68% of her opening attempts in the clean jerk, which is actually a little bit low.
115. There's her coach getting a footage for her. She's going to review that right after this lift.
Makes contact pretty low on the thigh.
How's the jerk look? Balanced, sets it up.
Nice.
Oh, easy lift.
Yeah. A little bit soft with the feet in the jerk. Front foot lands, you know, same time or even earlier than the back foot, which isn't ideal, but she looks strong, plenty of power.
A change, 116 kilos, please.
Okay, Natazia Beteob, Indonesia, 116 kilos. Now she must be feeling good. Her best in competition is 117. She took a medal at the Asian Championships earlier this year. That's where she made the 116. She missed 118 kilos, but she has since made attempts with weights as heavy as 124. So she is, she's clearly strong.
Oh, she's falling backward. No, not a good start. Had plenty of pull, racked the bar, but then just rocked back onto her heels and couldn't recover from that.
Second attempt now, Italy, Lucrezia.
Magistris now at 116. 5 kilo jump from her opener.
It's going to come down to her legs in the stand.
Oh, it's tough. She's up though. Does not feel good on the chest when the recovery is hard. She dumps it.
No lift.
With a really difficult recovery like that, where an athlete is forced to shove the knees forward, push the hips under, and really struggle to get up, it just saps you, and you have no gas, no energy when you're standing there with the bar on your chest. Makes it so difficult to muster up the sort of fuel to go for a big jerk. She may have also been maybe blacking out a little bit, losing consciousness. Doesn't look like it though. She walks right off.
Beteob, second attempt. Yeah, these athletes are finding themselves hitting a bit of a leg strength barrier here.
Much better, yeah.
Much straighter pull. Yeah.
I think that might be a red on that left elbow.
Okay, let's see what the...
Do we get whites? Across the board.
Yeah,
3
we
whites. So solid.
Yeah. Yeah, you sound like the jury right now, Max.
You know,
here we go. Look at the speed of the sweep on the platform.
It's fast.
Stuff. It's been cleaned before the cameras have even gone back.
Yeah.
They've pulled the plates off the platform, cleaned the bar, and swept the entire platform before the next athlete is even out of the tunnel.
Yeah, that was a great lift.
Great lift.
No issue on the lockout at all.
No. It's tough to see from this angle. Easy to confuse a bit of rotation when you're off on the side with a bend.
Magistris at 116 now.
Should have to retake
Same weight.
this.
This is smart, though. We don't see that kind of moving up after a miss.
It's actually a kilo personal best if she makes it. So clearly she's just been, she's been probably working on a clean and jerk and wants to show that.
It's going to come down to the way she racks this bar. If she gets it mid-foot,
there
it is.
She does.
Much better.
Stands it up even quicker. That's such a disappointment.
She rushes to the jerk, and I think it's one of those situations where it's on your chest. It doesn't feel good. You don't want it there. You're pretty good at the jerk, so you're just going to go for it, and it's just not enough energy.
Yeah, something interesting is, Pei Xinyi's coach, who's incredibly focused on technique. He's not a fan of the North Korean's elbow that we were talking about. He was here. He was watching it. He was trying to sort of push the IWF to look at it.
Oh, wow.
He's not happy with it. I think it's fine, but he's suspicious.
Well, that's one thing we noticed with some of the Chinese, I guess the entire team, is they're every single avenue they have to influence the competition, they will.
Yeah. If it's in the rules, it's in the rules.
Exactly.
You're allowed to talk to the IWF.
Shapanova.
It's just what you said, Max, isn't it? It goes from so easy to tough with a couple of kilos.
Oh, good fight.
That.
Can she stabilize, though?
Wow. Oh, too far out. Look how straight that back leg is in the jerk. It's not characteristic of technique in that region. It doesn't help having that straight back leg like that.
Yeah, she is a technically sound lifter, but any deviation from that is just not going to work. And it's probably in the nature of the way the training is done. A little more submaximal, a lot of reps, a lot of practice on technique. It becomes refined, but then you almost lose some of that ability to fight with weights when they're not perfect. Whereas you look at an athlete, there he is, the coach, just really expressive. He is so emotional.
He's all in the feels.
Oh, yeah. But like we were saying, the athletes are so technically sound, but don't have that kind of grittiness that you see, or that ability to make a lift when it's crooked or off that you see with some of the athletes, like, say, for example, Carlos or North Korea even, just powering through. Shapanova now 117. She's got 52 seconds on the clock. Just standing in the tunnel.
She's coming out now. Max, perhaps you could explain to people watching what that whole slapping is about.
It's an interesting practice that I think some people just like that feel. They like to almost sort of numb themselves. The slapping or the ammonia or any of that stuff just kind of takes your mind out of the thought process.
Wakes you up a bit.
Yeah, you get kind of focused on that irritation more than anything else. See, can she clean it up? Oh, beautiful clean, so nice. Is the back leg going to be straight?
It is.
And it's forward, and it's a struggle.
Wow, she's done the save again this time.
Same thing. It's the same thing. That back leg being straight like that just puts the hip in a weird position. There's no up and down adjustment, so she has to go forward to get under the bar more. Forward
and down.
Exactly.
She has to drop her hips a little bit again. She'll be disappointed with that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the thing, like you say, Max, the back straight leg, the arch that she has in her back, when she catches that weight overhead, is just not good, and she doesn't get the bar back behind her head.
Watch that knee. It's just not quite there. It's almost jarring.
Yeah,
it
is. You can really hurt the lower back. Well,
it's true.
Not in a bad way, but you sort of feel it. You can feel a little pinch there.
118. Oh, very good clean.
Wow, that's, oh.
Oh, the same thing.
Oh my
That
word,
same thing,
what a save.
Just done a little bit better.
We got to see a replay on that.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
almost into a squat jerk.
Yeah,
and you're right, that was exactly what we just saw from Shapanava, but done a little bit more athletic.
Yeah, exactly. Just an ounce more of athleticism, and she was able to make it.
That's got to make the highlight reel for this competition. Look at this.
Yeah, I would say watch this jerk here.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, what a terrible angle for everybody to see. No one wanted to see that angle.
Nobody wanted that angle at all.
Oh, it's unfortunate. That and then Karaman's jerk save from the other night, I would say, are just the
two best saves so far.
Extraordinary saves. Back to Lehnen now.
Just gets it.
A little recovery there, a little hop forward.
Wide grip in the jerk, high elbows. Oh, wow.
She's got it. She's got one red, but she's there.
And she's happy, as are the jury. Yeah, I mean, to have that wide grip is one thing, but to do it with the elbows up, just such a huge amount of external rotation in the shoulder to get into that position. Not a lot of people can do it.
Yeah, and it could potentially be a little bit slower to get the arms to lock. You're just in an odd position. You have to rotate them as you drive up.
Yeah, so you have to internally rotate them again as you press, which is not a it's not a normal position.
Very similar jerk too, and again, a relatively straight back leg there.
So just
that coach is happy.
Yeah.
He is psyched.
Something interesting maybe is that these top athletes do make mistakes in the back room, as we've seen quite a few times with North Koreans missing lifts in the back room. Yenny Alvarez just missed a 115 clean, and then she just sort of like brushed herself off, did it, looked so easy the next time she did it.
That's good.
Yeah, North Korea's at 65, Pei Xinyi is at 95. Interestingly, Yodsan, coming out now at 120, just did 123. Yeah, bizarre. Unless it was 118 and we've been reported. It's been reported incorrectly. I bet that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
I bet it's been passed through.
Correspondent didn't count correctly. 120. Easy pull.
Very strong legs. Wow.
Beautiful jerk.
Emphatic.
Yeah, so solid. That was excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing a challenge card of my own. I'm actually in touch with our correspondent in the back room saying surely it wasn't 123, surely it was 118. I'm looking for some feedback. 3 athletes still yet to open. Yenny Alvarez, she wants 121 kilos for her opener. Pei Xinyi at 125 and Kim Il-gyong with 130. Now, is there a world in which Kim Il-gyong could look for a world record total today? Let's take a look. 249 she would need.
That's high.
That's really
high. She need a 41 clean and jerk.
Yeah, which
42.
is a big world record.
Yeah, 241.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's up there.
Beteyob, final lift. Great clean.
Yeah, better than the first and second.
Oh, look at that. Drops the back knee so well.
3 whites.
That's a great lift. You know, the smoothest of the jerk sort of camouflages just how impressive that lift was. That jerk was not easy. All right, we're really getting up there now in weights over 120. Pei Xinyi is at 105 kilos. She wants 125 for her opener. Probably she'll just take 115 before she comes out. Maybe 120. Probably 120.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I did see Pei power cleaning 115 in the training hall. Yeah, that's pretty big, right?
That's
yeah,
for a
59. Yeah, that's very big. Okay, I've got confirmation. It was 123.
Interesting.
Red, yellow, green, collar, yellow. It was 123.
Interesting. That's a bold strategy.
So she hit 123, and then she dropped back down. We have video proof of it.
And only to drop down 3 kilos. Maybe she just...
Yeah, strange. Maybe she just wanted to get a lift in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it is odd. Not normal practice. Kwang's third attempt now. Another good clean.
Watch this jerk, though.
Yeah, can she do what she did last time? Yes, she can.
Exactly the same thing. What an odd way to approach the jerk.
That is...
I would not be surprised if that happens
all the time. Yeah, all the time. She's probably dropped into a squat jump before.
Oh yeah,
doing that. Probably every time the weight gets heavy, she's so forward, but she's got the strength in the front leg.
You know, to
bring the back leg forward whilst keeping it slightly bent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and catching it with the. Look at that.
Well, you know what it is. It's
it?
That she's already trying to recover and she hasn't stabilized. So the bar is forward, her weight's forward, and she's just so used to it that she takes that step under. You know, if she was holding that split a little bit longer, she might never even do that. But she's making them.
Pei Xinyi just took 115 in the back room. Kim Il-gyong is just made 85. Yenny Alvarez will now come out for her opening attempt. I know that she made 115. Did she do anything else? I'm not sure.
There's Alvarez, 123.
There we go. That's a good clean.
Solid clean.
She's got long arms. But that's a great jerk.
Excellent jerk.
And you know, it's not easy to see her elbows, I don't think, because she's got the black full-length top on underneath and the black backdrop. Potentially by design to...
I would think so,
to confuse the judges, the referees.
You know, well, the question is how many different pieces of attire do you bring trying to match it to the backdrop, right? You bring black and the backdrop is yellow, you're in trouble. That strategy's not going to work. Although does wearing a black full-sleeved costume bring attention to the elbows?
Well, maybe that's
just trying to hide something. It's a reverse psychology.
Well, while everyone's looking at the elbows, you whip out the straps and strap up and no one notices. Okay, Red Lane in third attempt now, 123. This has to be a personal best by some way. Yeah, 4 kilo record for her. Better clean.
Yeah.
Wow, she really interjected some speed there. Oh, wow, it just went way off to the side.
Yeah. What an attempt. That was heavy. It looked heavy on her chest there when she was standing and went for it, but it just was not balanced, wasn't even.
Yeah, that wasn't quite right. Look at this jerk. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The bar just suddenly tilted.
We saw her save a pretty impressive lift in Bulgaria at Europeans earlier this year.
It's a good memory. I don't
Yeah, it was a snatch, and she was really just had to gut it out. Yodsar now, 125.
Yeah, 125. So she went 115, 123, 120, 125. Big second attempt here. 125 kilos Yodsan.
Crashes on her a little bit.
Such strong legs. Oh,
It was there and then just unlocked immediately.
Yeah, her footwork is perfect in the jerk. Now, Max, we were talking about the Chinese coaches doing whatever they can in the back room. Here's something else that they're doing. And again, there's no reason you can't do this. They are, as soon as North Korea goes to take a lift, they just walk over to the North Korean area and they just stand and watch.
Yeah, they're...
you know, they're just collecting as many data points about what this athlete's capable of so they can get a feel for what they need.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Pei has bumped her opener up to 130 as well.
This could be the day that we see Pei really put some big numbers up. I mean, she's only a kilo behind Kim Il-young.
Yeah.
Kim Il-young's very strong and very tough. But this could be a very, very close fight. And we're talking 1 kilo. You were saying this right in the beginning, that these two are neck and neck.
And with only 4 athletes still in it, the reason that Yodsan is taking this lift, if she can make it, she will move ahead of Yenny Alvarez into the lead. For now, if Yenny doesn't make anything else, she'll walk away with the bronze. Yeah,
Yodsan's really got to put this together. That bar crashed on her in the clean in the last attempt. Much better.
Yeah, much better.
So well. She's got to stay with the jerk, though. She can't just throw it up there.
Wow.
There it is.
Can she hold it?
Oh, look at that. What an execution.
Yes, she can. Athletes delivering under such high pressure is what we love to see. She leapfrogs over ahead of Yenny Alvarez into the lead, forcing Yenny to make 126 kilos, which will be the next attempt.
Alvarez now left with 2 attempts. She can move ahead.
She can move ahead, and she probably will.
Yeah, she's just got to put 1 together, and she's up there.
Yeah, you know, she's an athlete who can clean and jerk over 130 kilos. She's done it multiple times. 133 she's made. She's won world championships in the highest pressure situations. I mean, she defeated the great Kuo Seung Chun at the world championships in front of a roaring Colombian crowd. And now she's just got to come out and outlift this incredible athlete from Thailand.
This is the smartest attempt. 126, a 3 kilo jump. She made easy work of 123. She's done well over this before.
Yeah. Let's see what she can do. She's made this so many times. Bit forward.
Oh, the knee wrap comes off.
There we go. Surely that's the one.
That's the one for sure.
And Yenny Alvarez has basically guaranteed herself a medal here at the World Championships in the total.
You know, I have to imagine for her, this competition is just about getting back into a winning mindset. She put up a great performance in Paris.
Yeah.
Bombed out in the clean and jerk, but you know, the clean and jerk she was red lighted on was near flawless. So it's unfortunate she did not make a total there, but I think she's come back here to try and medal.
Yeah.
The question now is, what does she do?
I think she goes 31.
She's going to go for maybe a personal record, or
Pei
maybe
will go 30.
Yeah, I mean,
Kim Il-young will equal the 30 to be ahead, and then Yenny will go for 131 in the hopes that they push themselves too far and they miss, and she might get a slightly higher medal in the clean and jerk.
31 would be the only thing that would do any good.
Yeah. Okay, 130 then. Opening attempt for 19-year-old Pei Xinyi. If you've ever felt useless at weightlifting, you're going to feel even worse when you see this. Personal best of 133. So again, she's opening heavy. The progress that she must have made over the last 8 months.
Yeah, the question is, what can she clean and jerk? This is going to be exciting. When she takes this lift, what kind of shape is she in?
How's she going to make it look? Straightening the bar, which has just rolled off center. She's only got 15 seconds. That seemed to jog her a little bit when she saw the time on the clock. Down to 10.
Oh, that's
huge
strong.
pull. Watch this jerk.
The energy going into that bar is something else.
I mean, that she had an interesting expression there. She was surprised by maybe how easy that jerk felt.
She is phenomenal.
Yeah, she drives that bar so high.
You could even see on the dip, she collapsed a little bit. I mean, if we saw that, her chest looked like it maybe just, her spine flexed a little bit. She just kind of, maybe a little awkwardness at the bottom there.
I think North Korea's got to be feeling, oh, Yenny Alvarez is withdrawn.
Yeah,
she's got her bronze. Her knees were clearly hurting.
Yeah. Well, she also knew that she wasn't going to do much more than.
Yeah. I mean, she had 7mm knee sleeves and wraps.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, those aren't happy knees.
It's not uncommon to see that from some of the athletes in South America.
Yeah, it's true.
Just a lot of knee wraps.
A lot of knee wrappage.
Yeah, yeah. Rapid. 130 here, Kim Il-young.
Well, the North Koreans have actually started wearing as many as 3 pairs of knee sleeves. 1.5mm sleeves on top of each other. I'm not sure Kim Il-young is one of them.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Forward.
That's interesting.
She gets right up, but that does not feel good.
No.
Oh, and there's that little power jerk.
You know, I forgot that it was a power. It's a shock every time.
It's such an odd looking power jerk too. The feet are close together.
The feet are close, and she's got the elbow issue.
Yeah,
it's
and
just
the elbow's
it's
just
so striking.
Yeah.
But you know what? Her calves are not going to be happy right now.
Oh.
That clean, I could just feel it.
Yeah.
I was about to say who did it best before she did the pull, but I mean, Pei did it best.
Yeah. Well, you know, the reality too is that happened because the bar was a little forward, and it looked like she didn't get a great pull on it. Is that a strength thing, or is it just a small error? Oh, the coach's sigh of relief there.
Yeah. So you've got the Chinese coach in and amongst the North Korean team there.
Oh yeah, probably listening in for the strategy, getting into the huddle.
What do they say? Getting into the huddle. Hope you're not noticed.
What are we doing next, guys? Before they realize he's not with them. 133. Okay. Not huge.
They're playing some
smartish
smartish moves. Well, you know, after that 130, I think maybe that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So 133 is a weight we've seen from Pei before. She made that. Let's take a look when it was. It could have been in Colombia 2 years ago. It wasn't. It was at the Asian Champs 2023. That was a Jinju. But this will be a personal best total for her. This will give her 240. World record in the total is 248. So we're not going to see that today.
Ooh, very strong.
Yeah.
Watch her chest on the jerk.
Yeah, it happened, Max. Yeah, it did.
You can see it. She just collapses there. That is not good.
What was that? It
happened on the first. Yeah. It happened on the first and the second. That spine just flexed a little and the bar just kind of rolls forward. That could be her Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Struggles a little bit in the jerk.
If that upper back rounds, it just creates, among many things, it creates a bit of softness.
Yeah.
Then as the legs drive back, the power through the legs doesn't all transfer back into the bar. It dissipates off in all directions through the spine.
And then worse than that, the bar actually moves forward, so your leverage becomes even worse.
It's a no-no.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bad things.
Well, it's unfortunate because...
What are we going to do?
She has everything else.
What do we do here? Do you take it? Do you let Kim take 134?
Well, she's guaranteed silver no matter what. So really, it's a question of just waiting. You know, does she let Kim Il-young take an attempt and see what happens with her clean, or does she make the 33 and just hope that Kim Il-young can't do, you know, 2 more lifts, which is extremely unlikely.
Yeah. Based on those 130 openers, I would have said that Pei's going to have the bigger clean and jerk there. Yeah. But the 130 could have been, by Kim Il-young, could have been deceptive because it was so far forward.
Yeah, just a small error.
Yeah. Okay. Can Pei Xinyi become world champion for the second time. She has to do this to do it, and then she still has to wait and see what Kim Il-gyong can do.
Yeah.
But currently she sits in second. She'll need this to move back ahead. This for a 240 total.
It's a powerful clean.
Good clean. Got to keep that chest up.
That's it.
Can she? Nah. But it's still, I mean, it was better, wasn't it? But you could still see the upper back doesn't want to hold strong there. And I'd love to know how Team China is addressing it, because I guarantee they're throwing the kitchen sink at it.
Oh, for
they're
sure.
doing
Absolutely.
They're doing rows, they're doing pull-ups, they're doing heavy pulls. They probably do so many heavy dips and everything just to try and strengthen that.
Yeah.
But you can just see it go. Oh, so close. Well, don't forget, she's 19.
I was just going to say, she walks off like a 19-year-old as well. Just arms at the side, just kind of waddling back off.
Waddling.
It's
yeah. But her coach looks very happy and not at all annoyed or frustrated, which is great.
Well, she's young. They know they have time.
Yeah. The most important thing with her is that you keep her engaged in the sport.
Yeah.
Okay, Kim Il-gyong is world champion. But how far does she push it? Oh,
that's it.
Okay.
That's a good clean.
That's how she likes to clean. Watch this jerk. It's a cheat code. That jerk, I mean, the bar barely goes over her head.
It's a great way to describe it. It looks like a trick. It looks like something that she's doing that's not allowed in the rules because it's just too easy. A quick little squat under and
it's like she found a way to do something that
she's moving
nobody
the bar
else can do.
About 9 inches total somehow.
It's actually a little bit Kaki-esque in terms of the
he was like
the position of her lower the hips and the knees.
I don't know if anyone was as smooth as he was.
No,
probably the smoothest lifter of all time.
Certainly in the clean, the pull and the turnover was
best timing of ever.
I like Delia's timing a lot as well. A bit more unconventional, but
Ilya was much more rugged, though. Yeah. That bar was away from his thighs,
I
and
see
he was out over the bar.
There's a
141 on the bar. A 141 world record clean and jerk. That's a monstrous jump.
And it'll be a world record in the total.
Yeah, 249. She's just going to go for it. I mean, this is North Korea's style.
Yeah. They like, what did I say at the start? They have 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Win the world championships, and when you've completed that, set a world record.
You know, they're giving every
effort.
Every 15-year-old version of us, well, maybe 20-year-old version of us, what we want is big lifts, world records.
What do you mean? I mean, at the age that we are now, that's still what we want. I didn't mention the ages there. But, I'm gonna keep numbers out of it.
I mean, this is what we love to see. We love to see big lifts. We love to see heroic attempts. I mean, she's won this. She won this without even trying. She made her opener clean and jerk, and it was over. Pei Xinyi couldn't defeat her.
Yeah.
Made it 134, basically just to get a warm-up for this. Takes a 7-kilogram jump for a world record in the clean and jerk and the
2
total.
minutes later.
Just decides.
So if you're wondering who holds the world record, it's Kuo Seung-chun. This wipes her out of the record. Well, she still holds the record in the old 58-kilo category, but this will remove her.
I mean, this would be massive. This is going to be a tough clean. It's going to come down to how she racks it. She get a bounce.
Can she even get under it?
Beautiful clean.
Oh, it's the best of them all.
Watch this jerk. Oh,
no
my Lord.
Way.
What a lift!
Kim Il-jong.
lift!
141 kilos. Look how happy she is. A world record in the clean and jerk and total.
Overcome with emotion. Look at this.
I mean, she just wiped out China and Taipei in one lift. All world records now to North Korea. It's Kim Il-jong, 111, 141, 249.
She's going to go home a national hero.
The greatest performance of any 59 since the category began. So she just totaled what, 249. The winning total at the Olympic Games was 241. She says, Lo Shifang, where are you at? Come and meet me in China at the Asian Championships in May.
Meet me in the parking lot at 3 p.m. I mean, that is incredible.
And let's go again. And you know what?
8 kilos
Pei never
over.
stood a chance.
No, she was not even close.
Because actually, when she pulls it right like she did then, and she makes it look like that at 141, what can she actually do?
Oh. I mean, there's more in the tank. There's more.
Just then, if someone had actually loaded 144 and it looked like 141, I think she'd have still made it.
Yeah. Yeah, how much is there in the jerk?
That is ridiculous. Look at this. Yes, you know what? That's what I want to know. What can she jerk? Because it doesn't ever look harder.
If somebody had told me she's jerked 160 off the blocks,
I was just going to say that.
I wouldn't doubt them too much.
No, I'd be surprised. I'm
not
going to
say,
but I would accept it.
For just a single?
Yeah.
I mean, that's massive.
I think I'd say, how much does she weigh?
Yeah.
And if they said 63, I'd say, yeah, I got you. I believe that.
I believe it.
She is just a sensational weightlifter. I mean, really, like that is...